Welcome back. Here in JavaScript, we have very little built-in data structures. Basically, we have objects and arrays. But in year 6, we have two more data structures that are added, so that are sets and maps. Here in this lecture, let's learn about sets. A set is basically a connection of unique values. So that means that a set can never have any duplicates. And that property makes them useful in certain situations. So let's create a new set here. Let's write here const. I'm giving order set and then that set is equal new set. Here we need to pass in an iterable and the most common iterable here is an array. So let's write with a couple of strings, that is I am giving pasta and then pizza and then risotto giving again pasta and again giving pizza. So here we have different data types. So set can of course hold mixed data types. Here that is not a problem. Now we can clearly see some duplicate strings. Now let's log this into console.log of order set. Then let's see the result. Now here the result is we get a set and the size of the set is 3 and the only values that are in there are pasta, pizza and risotto. Here we have written that pasta 2 times and pizza 2 times. It has deleted the duplicate ones here. Here now it is looking like an array. There are no key value pairs. And it's a bunch of values grouped together, in this case into a set. And just like arrays, sets are also iterables. Now, of course, a set is still very different from an array. So first, because its elements are unique. And second, because the order of elements in the set is irrelevant. And we will see why in a second, but anyway, keep in mind that strings are also iterables. Now we can do this. Let's write console.log new set and then give the string, that is I am giving Priya. Now let's see the result. Here we have that a set of 5 length and we have all the name as string. Here the string which is divided into 5 components which is iterable. Now let's remove the name here and then see what happens. Reload. Here the set size is 0 because the set is empty. And now let's actually learn how to work with sets. So for that, first of all, we have to do that. We have to calculate the size of the set. So for that, write console.log order set dot size. And then let's see the result. See here the size of the set is 3. This one. And the array is based on all of the orders. And then the set of these orders are simply the unique different meals that are going to be cooked. And then the size is how many different meals will be cooked. And just note how it is actually called size and not to length. So it is an array. Don't make confusion that. We can check if a certain element is in a set. So let's do that. Console.log order set dot as. Let's check if pizza is in there or not. So for that, write pizza, and then let's check if it is for bread also. Let's take a look. Change this pizza to bread. Let's see the result here. Here it is a pizza. That means here we have pizza in this array. So that is displayed as true, and then this is false. We don't have this bread. Now let's move to the next step, that we can also add new elements to a set. So let's do that. Order set dot add. I'm giving here garlic bread. Let's write console.log order set, and then let's see the result. See here, garlic bread is also added in this set. So like this, we can also delete the elements from the set. Now let's do that. Order set dot delete, and then let's give the name. I'm giving risotto. Here we are deleting this risotto from this array. So let's see the result. Refresh. Now see here, we have removed the risotto from the set. And now here in arrays, there is actually no method. That is this simple. We will see how to delete element from arrays later. But I can tell you that it's a little bit more complex. Okay. And that's actually is. But now we actually retrieve values out of a set. Let's write here for the, I'm giving zeroth element. Let's see the result. See here it is undefined. And then next give the second element and then check. Reload. Now also it is undefined because it is because it doesn't work here in this sets. To retrieve data out of the array, it doesn't work here. No matter what the number we are giving here, because here the sets have actually no indexes. So that's why we don't have the access to getting values out of a set. That is because of here the all the values that are in set are unique. So that's why we can't retrieve the data. Now here we have another method, that is to basically delete all of the elements that are in set. So for that, let's write order set dot clear. Clear is the method. We need to delete all of the set. Now let's see the result. We see that it is a empty set. Let's place this in comments. Now here the sets are also iterables and we can overloop them also. For that, let's write for const order from order set, sorry, order set, and then let's console.log order. Here the looping is possible. For that, let's see a big use case for them. Here the main use case of sets is to remove duplicate values of array. So let's write an example. For that, const, let's say staff of our restaurant, that is equal I'm having here the first person is a waiter, and then we need chef for our restaurant, and then also again I am giving waiter, and then manager. Now again giving chef, and then again giving waiter. These are all the staff in our restaurant. But now let's say that for some reason we are interested in knowing only which different positions that are in our restaurant. So, or in other words, we would basically like to have a unique array of this. So, this array is without a duplicate. Now, let's create a set for that. Const staff unique, that is equal new set, and then give staff. Let's write console.log staff unique. Now let's reload here and then see the result, that is this is a set of three, that is waiter, chef, and then manager. Here the set is displayed the duplicate ones, and we need that this array. We need to convert that set to array. Both are iterables. So remember that the spread operator works on all iterables. That includes sets, and so we can now create an array around this basically, and then we can unpack this entire set here. See here the spread operator, and then place this set in a newly constructed array. Now let's reload. We here got that an array with 3 as length. Here the spread operator works like an array. It works really exactly the same. Here it takes all the elements out of an iterable and essentially writes them here. Now if we only wanted to know that how many different positions there are, then the size property is very useful. So for that, let's write here console.log, place all these, place all these, and all of this is in new set. And then write here dot size. Now let's see the result. See here we have the size this 3. So this is that, and then now how many different letters we have in that string. So for that write console.log new set, and then give the string Priya Sharma, any name. We need that how many letters there are. So dot size. Now let's see the result. See here there are 9. So as a conclusion to this video, sets are not intended to replace arrays at all. So whenever you need to store values in order and that might contain duplicates, always just use arrays. So also true to manipulate data, because arrays have access to a lot of great array methods. So that's we are going to study a little bit later. Now sets have this very useful and is being unique, and it's also very easy to interact with sets by using all of their straightforward methods. So they are not nearly as important as arrays. So keep sets in mind when you need back with unique values. But besides that, you can just continue using arrays. So this is all about the session. We'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.